And I know a lot of women struggle to say that, but I tell you what, I own that. I am a good mom. And so if someone comes to tell me I'm a terrible mom, that seed will fall on soil. Nothing in my heart is going to raise up to catch that. It will not concede. There will not be anything that springs forth, and I will not take any action. There will be no fruit. But if someone comes and tells me something that I may be worried about, that I didn't do well, they come and criticize I don't keep up with the laundry too good. I'll take that hit. Dr. Anita, you don't manage your house well. The laundry's always everywhere. You know what? I might feel a little guilty about that because you know what? It's kind of true. And so that seed could fall on my heart, and there's something emotional there, guilt, insecurity, that would actually cause that seed to germinate. And then another thought would spring forth. Well, maybe I need to do something else, or I need to fix something. And then an action could come from that. So I want you to think about this with your heart as the soil, your feeling space. Knowing, feeling, thinking, doing. And quickly, we're going to walk backwards. Because when Christians show up in my office for therapy, they are usually there because they've been doing something that they don't want to do anymore. They've asked for repentance for it, they have tried to fix it, and nothing seems to be helping. That doing could be something that they consider sinful behavior, but it could also be the anxiety they can't get rid of, or the racing thoughts they can't get rid of. It could be that they feel like their faith is failing, they're not accomplishing something, and they need help. And when that happens, I always give them this decision-making process: knowing, feeling, thinking, doing, and then I present the plan and help them walk backwards. So many today, many of you listening, are condemning yourself because there's a fruit in your life that you have not been able to get rid of and have it stay gone. It comes back season after season, as fruit does. And very often our hope is that if I pick all the fruit off the tree, then the fruit will be gone. But that's not really going to change things, is it? And so if there's a doing in your life that you want to see change, that you want to see different, that you want to see better, yes, let's pick the fruit. Let's put boundaries in place so it doesn't happen again. Let's learn about the process so that we can do some prevention work. But that's not going to solve it. Remember back in Genesis when the woman was looking at the tree of knowledge of good and evil? It says that in order to consider the fruit, she looked at the tree to see if the fruit was good. So we're going to go back a step and let's look at the plant. The plant represents your thinking, and this is how I want you to define thinking. Thinking is the series of questions that we are asking all the time, all day long. Thinking is me Googling to try to solve my problem. Thinking is me wondering what's possible. Thinking is not the conclusion we come to, that's the fruit. Thinking is the question that we ask, and our mind is constantly asking questions, whether you realize it or not. When you wake up in the morning, you usually ask a question: is it time to get up yet? I think that it is time to get up. You go to the bathroom and your eyes are looking for your toothbrush. Your eyes are looking for your toothpaste. You go to your closet and you're asking, what will I wear today? I need to make a decision about that. And those things can be simple, but sometimes our thinking is full of difficult questions that we can't seem to find the answer to. And it almost feels like there's an auctioneer in there. Well, I really don't know to do what's best for my kid. Should I take my kid to private school? Should I take my kid to public school? Should I take my kid to private Christian school? Should I move to this neighborhood? Should we move on this block? Should I let them play with this kid? Should I let them play with that kid? I want to make sure that they're a really positive influence, but I'm not too crazy about their parents. Well, I have to hang out with them. Or you may be wondering how to improve your marriage. Lord, let me know what I need to do. Am I being a good wife? Do I need to clean more? Do I need to lose weight? Do I need to gain weight? Do I need to be nicer? Do I need to sleep with him more? Do I need to make sure that he's happy all the time? Lord, where am I failing? What am I doing? And you're constantly asking these questions, and they're stuck in your head, and nobody hears them but you. But I'm speaking them out today so that you can recognize that auctioneer sound in your head, constantly questions. That's what thinking is. And so many of you are tormented by questions. But here's the thing. It's not getting answers that are going to fix it. What I want you to do is get back to the soil. So many of us get stuck with this. Cast down these thoughts. Yes, we want to cast down every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, but that's like pulling up the plants. And some of you have taken so many thoughts into captivity, you could open a thought zoo. But you're still tormented because new questions arise, because we can pull the plants up, but if the ground is still fertile for that pain, they will be back. And so I ask my clients in that third step to tell me, what emotion is threading those questions together? Is it fear of failure? Is it guilt because you don't believe you're doing something well enough for God, for your family, at your job? Is it anxiety? Is it grief? Is it sadness over the loss of something valuable to you or someone valuable to you? Because those feelings are the fertile ground for those questions. And once we identify the feeling, then we know why certain seeds are able to take root and others are not. And we need to work through the feelings. Just having an emotion will not change the ground of your heart. But when you hold it in, when you constantly press it down, when you never address it, when you never cry, when you never yell, when you never stomp your foot, when you never fall into the arms of another person and say, comfort me, we need to feel these things and let them out, because when you don't, they change the texture of your heart. And it becomes like that wayside soil or that thorny ground or that rocky soil. I want you to let it out. Whatever you've been holding in, let it out. Because once you allow it to flow through, then the good things can take root, and it won't be such fertile ground for the things that will harm you and hurt you. Your emotions are here to give you information about what you need and something you need that has not been provided yet. Do you need comfort? I bet you need that more than an answer. Do you need peace? I bet you need that more than an answer. We have come to believe that answers will heal us and answers will calm us, but it's not true. And so often we lay before God asking for an answer. God, why did this happen? And why did that happen? I call it faulty wiring. It can burn the whole house down. God, I need to know why. But is that what you really want? Or do you want to be healed? Do you want peace? Do you want that overflowing sense of love and connection back? Do you want inspiration back? Do you want hope back? Because that has been my experience, is that we really just don't want to feel a certain way anymore. We think the answers to our questions, we think that our thinking will fix it, that will stop the fruit from growing. But it's all about the soil. Take care of the ground of your heart. Release the things that God has been showing you that you need to let go of. You have permission to feel badly sometimes. No emotion is a sin. I say it very often. Hebrews 4:15, one of my favorite scriptures, that we have not a high priest who cannot be touched by what? The feelings of our infirmity. The feelings of our infirmities, because Jesus knows how you feel. And if Jesus felt everything we felt, then no emotion is a sin.